Hello and welcome. It is currently Sunday, the 20th day of July in 2025 at 8:55 p.m. Recording in St. Louis, Missouri, I'm Aaron Wills. This is a random rambling video. I hope you enjoy. Along with welcoming you to my channel, allow me to thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe before sharing this video and turning on the post notification bell. I mentioned in an earlier video that a woman called 911 to tell the police that she was being held captive by the nursing home. She said it was a violation of her civil rights. So the police were certain to answer that. The police officer said when he got here that he has to take claims of civil rights abuse seriously. And so she's allowed to just say, well, that woman, this is what I'm getting to, that same woman called 911 again tonight on another woman who calls 911 way too often. They apparently got into it because the other woman who calls 911 way too often keeps coming into the woman who called 911 last night and tonight. She keeps coming into her room to talk to the one who came into the room's ex-roommate, who now lives with the one who called 911 the last two nights. So the other one who calls 911 way too often, came into the one who has called 911 in the last two nights' room to try to talk to her ex-roommate, her own ex-roommate, about different whatever. And the woman who calls 911 way too often, the woman that calls 911 way too often went into the room of the woman that called 911 the last two nights. And she wanted to talk to her old roommate, who lives with the woman who called 911 the last two nights. Lives with her now. She's her roommate now. And so this one, I shouldn't say her name, was called her J. Because that's the first initial of her. That's the initial of her first name. First initial of her first name. I guess that doesn't work, does it? That's the first letter of her first name. That works. That is her first initial, I think you're supposed to say. And her first initial is J, so we'll call J. We'll call her J. And we'll call the other one C, because that's her first initial. I don't think that's giving up too much. It won't get me in trouble, I don't believe. But we will go on with it. J used to live in a room with T. We'll go with her first initial as well. So T and J used to be roommates. But J drove T so fucking nuts that she demanded to either get a room change or to get J out of her room. So they moved J, and they moved T into a room with C. C is the one who has called the cops, the police, 911 the last two nights in a row. On this time, J. So T wanted to move wanted to get away from J so badly that she demanded a room change, and they granted her one. And they moved her in with C. And so J keeps coming into C and T's room, to talk to T about shit that happened while they were living together or while they were roommates. I guess we all lived together in the same home. I live in a nursing home. So we all lived together, but not everybody's roommates with each other. They were roommates together, J and T. And so C got tired of J coming into her room to talk to T. And so she called the police again tonight and told the police that J was coming in her room too much. And the police came up again, because she called it another civil rights matter. So they came up again. And again, she wastes the officers' time when they could be out there. I mean, we live in North City, St. Louis. There's a lot of stuff they could be doing out there in North City, I promise you. North City, St. Louis is one of, if not the most violent city in America. And I think it certainly follows, and I think it currently follows Detroit or D.C. or some other states, some other cities. But for a long time, St. Louis City was the most violent city in America. And North City is the worst part of the worst city in America. So it's not a great, so there's a lot of stuff going on around here. The cops, I mean, the police officers, I shouldn't call them cops, I guess. The police officers don't need to be answering bogus calls about people being in someone's room too often or too much. That was kind of, I don't know, that was kind of something else. But I had to go stick my nose right in the middle of it. To me, that's entertaining. That's entertainment. Nut jobs are entertaining. And there's plenty of them here. I got a woman who keeps coming in my room and crawling into my bed when I'm not in here. I want to come in to go to bed. There she's all wrapped up in my blanket. The blanket you see me behind me there. She's all wrapped up in my blanket. The other night she was butt-ass naked in my bed, wrapped up in my blanket. And so I tried to get her out of my room or out of my bed, and she wouldn't budge. And she started getting violent, I'd say. She started getting combative. I guess that's a better word. She started getting combative and was punching and scratching at me and kicking me. And she even scratched my arm. I would show it, but it's too dark to see. She scratched my arm in the back. You can't see it. Or at least I can't see it on my screen when I show the camera. She scratched the back of my arm pretty bad. The nurse took care of it, so it's pretty much healed up now. I can still see it, but it doesn't show up in the camera eye. In the eye of the camera. The eye of the beholder. It doesn't show up in the eye of the beholder. It doesn't show up in the over-the-shoulder boulder holder. Which that woman didn't need any. That woman didn't need one. Trust me, I know, I saw them. They were wrinkly and saggy and tiny all at the same time. I don't know how that happens. Well, part of the reason is being in your 60s and having had children. Well, I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to get in bed now. So I'm going to go to sleep and let you go. Well, I'm going to let you go, then I'm going to go to sleep. Sometimes I go to sleep and then let you go. I've done that several times in various videos where I just fall asleep while I'm making the video. And I wake up and hang up. I'll let you go. But now I'll let you go before I fall asleep. And then I'm going to go to sleep. In my bed, though, not sitting in this chair, making a video. So I'm going to tell you 2 fingers, A-Dub Club. See you when I see ya. Pizza rolls. See ya, see ya, see ya. Peace!